It seems that the lifespan of a machine is determined when the machine is built. But in fact, it would be more accurate to say that it is decided by how you use it. Technology for the sustainable safety. DTRO monorail overhaul. To safely operate trains over 300 round trips a day on a track with a total length of 23.1 kilometers of Line 3, safe inspection and management of trains must be performed above all. In order to examine DTRO's 28 train sets of 84 cars, a workshop of 9,463 square meters is prepared within the Chilgok depot of 136,421 meters squared, and the maintenance and overhaul are performed in an interrelated manner. The maintenance, which is carried out on 4 tracks in the workshop, is a system that inspects the overall function and condition of the train every 5 days when depot in, and inspects condition of the key parts in detail every 4 months. While the maintenance is a system in which the structure of the train is remained as it is when inspecting, overhaul refers to a system that each part is completely dismantled, inspected, and repaired if defective. Overhaul is performed every 3 and 6 years. The train that have been overhauled is maintained in the same condition like a new train. The overhaul gets started in earnest when a train that is in time for the overhaul process is depot in. Firstly, a lower skirt is detached from the train. After the connection between the car body and the bogie is dismantled, the car body is precisely lifted and separated using a 30-ton crane. The bogies remained on the track are safely moved for an easy dismantling by parts. A total of 26 days of the overhaul process is systematically proceeded in accordance with DTRO's own standard manuals once dismantled by parts. For the reduction gear that transmits power by decelerating the rotational force of a traction motor, a group of specialists performed the overhaul after completely dismantling the device by parts. For the pneumatic hydraulic converter that converts pneumatic braking force into hydraulic braking force for train braking, the parts are washed and the consumables are replaced. For the BOU that controls the braking force of the train, the overhaul is performed after dismantling each valve. For the propulsion control device VVVF that controls the train speed, a test is conducted with an exclusive test equipment. And the traction motor that generates the thrust of the train is completely dismantled and inspected. In addition, through the overhaul process of tire replacement, non-destructive testing, SIV, ATP, ATO, filter reactor, air conditioning system, contactor, master controller, DCU, etc. Every parts that make up the train are restored to their best condition. And all of these processes are completed after thoroughly tested with the test equipment prepared for each device. The train that has been completely disassembled and overhauled by parts for 21 days is reassembled on the 22nd day with bogies and car body. This assembly process puts the train back to its original structure. The train that has been mechanically assembled goes through a meticulous commissioning process to see every function works properly, and finally gets out on the main line. The train then runs with other trains to check its readiness for any events that may occur during the train operation. Once all inspections have been completed through a test run on the main line, an entire process of the overhaul for 26 days is finished, and the train resumes its safe operation on the main line. DTRO has been performing the overhaul of Line 1 and 2 since 1999. DTRO prides itself on its overhaul as the most important transit operation technology that determines the safety and lifespan of trains. The know-how of professionals accumulated over 20 years. A stable system operated with sufficient facilities and excellent equipment. Great synergy created by the integration of maintenance and overhaul. Economic efficiency with DTRO's own standard manual. The overhaul system of Daegu Metro Line 3, the fruit of all DTRO's know-how. The technology for the sustainable safety. DTRO's monorail's effort for the safety of citizens continues today. Technology for the sustainable safety. DTRO Monorail Overhaul.